Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post-show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's the moonwalking, trash talking princess of Staten Island. I want to remind you all that Mela is money, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it. YouTube just went through a sub-purge, which should have gotten rid of a bunch of fake accounts. But if you find yourself, if you find your account has been unsubbed.
If your account is real and has been unsubscribed, give it a look and hit one button in the bell doodad and all that stuff.
Exactly. I just posted a poll on the community tab. At the end of the episode today, please remind me. I'll check it and we'll see what the people thought. What's the early vote right now on the community tab for what people thought about TLC?
Overwhelmingly yay.
65% gave it a yay.
Only 77 votes. Small sample size.
Mm-hmm. We're also available wherever fine podcasts are. Keep in mind, if you're listening to this in the audio format, our Patreon now includes the audio version of this show completely ad-free at $1 a month. So I know in the audio version we've been placing ads because YouTube is a sinking ship. We need to make money elsewhere to make sure the show keeps on going. It's called diversifying our revenue streams.
It's called sound business is what it's called.
But on the Patreon, you don't have to listen to any ads. It's just $1 a month. $1 a month does go a really, really long way.
Does.
Plus, now all the bonus episode stuff applies to the audio realm. Granted, a lot of our bonus episodes are sort of, more tailored
heavy,
towards
yes.
the visuals. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there as well. Let's just get right to it. In a nutshell, Larson.
Man, it was a fun show. Wore me out.
I thought there was, oddly enough, one kind of turd of a match.
Yeah, there's not really much they could have done about that. They needed Braun to beat Baron somehow.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh, which one are you talking
Seth
about?
versus Dean.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't very good either.
No.
I think that's one that made me tired.
The Baron one wasn't even a match. That was a gimmick moment that they used for it reminds me. So we're doing this Friday. We're gonna live stream.
We're doing a watch party, Going In Raw View. Yes.
So we're doing our commentary. We're not gonna show it, but if you guys want to watch with us, we're watching Vengeance 2001, and then right after we're gonna do a Going In Raw View, a proper podcast recap of Vengeance 2001. It coincided that particular pay-per-view happened to be around the time Vince McMahon wrapped up the Kiss My Butt Club, the Kiss My A-Word Club, because we're on YouTube.
Yeah, we can't.
Whatever, Kiss My Ass Club. It's in the Bible. I can say it. And this kind of reminded me of that because, Vince McMahon was making everybody kiss his rear end. And then the conclusion of that.
Not very many people were in the Kiss My Butt Club. There's only a handful.
It was.
I think there's less than 10.
Yeah. It wasn't a very long thing. It was actually a lot shorter than I remember it being.
Pretty exclusive club.
Right. But no, just in the manner. The one thing they were talking about, I was listening to Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, and he was talking about how, that was the big Vince loves doing the thing where, the heel gets his comeuppance in a similar manner to what he was doing. And this is just that. It was Baron just getting his comeuppance by the people he's wronged. That's what it was. Where did you think I was going with that?
I had no idea where you were going with it. Another public embarrassment for Baron Corbin, though.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of his theme also.
Yeah.
So I mean, that wasn't even a match. That was what it was. I thought it was entertaining. No, the Seth versus Dean.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
That was a real match, and it's just the feud itself has zero heat behind it. It's got nothing behind it.
Can we just confirm that Dean is kind of underwhelming? At least for us.
For us, yeah, sure.
He doesn't do anything for me.
I still think that he just belongs in a different era. There's some people who are timeless.
That could be. But
I'm telling you, Ruthless Aggression era Dean would have been great.
But we don't have time travel at our disposal, so we get the Dean that we have now. So we can't judge him based on what he might do in another era. We got to judge his performance where he is now.
Look, we don't have time travel yet, but here's the thing: this match, that Seth versus Dean match, that
honestly, if I did, sending Dean to the Ruthless Aggression era be way down the bottom list of priorities.
Well, investing in Netflix would be number one.
Or Apple.
You just go, you go back 10, 20 years.
Great
and then
Sports Almanac, essentially.
Invest really heavily.
The stock market.
See, but yeah, exactly. That's what you want. They should have made this Seth Dean thing.
Could they put an insider trading charge on you if they find out that you have knowledge from the future and go back in time?
That's going to be a thing when time travel happens.
I know.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a thing.
No, they got a whole new set of laws.
Me and Dan Nerd Cube are going to do a comic, and we found a great idea that's kind of like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I'm not going to say, because the premise is great.
All right, good. Good premises are good.
If he ever gets me a script, and then if I ever end up drawing it, both of those things are kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
No, that match needed to be a TLC. They could have done something more with it.
They need to do something. The feud has no fire, no heat, and they could have kicked it up a notch if they had a match befitting the intensity level of the feud that's supposed to be there, not what's actually there.
Yeah.
Like the intensity level of the feud is befitting of a standard match.
Yeah.
However, if they really want to give this feud a kick in the pants, they need like a CZW match essentially.
The problem is they follow it. Look, there's a lot of problems. You're right. The bottom line is the feud needs something. They had to switch gears midway allegedly because nobody liked the whole bringing Roman into the equation. Which really you think so? Yeah, but look, that's the one negative spot I felt in a pay-per-view. That for the rest of it. There wasn't an under.
It was a perfectly entertaining show with two really good matches and several very entertaining.
Like
ones.
everything except for the Fabulous Truth Mahalisha was like a solid 3 stars at least, and then there was a couple that were like over that. You know what?
I think 6 tables got broken.
I don't care about all that stuff. I'll make the song. I don't care. I lost predictions. I don't care. So no, I thought that there was a lot of really, really good matches.
Yeah, there was.
The kickoff match, I know that this is going to bum a lot of people out. Well, let's read some of these super chats first.
Yeah.
We've got.
Here we had one at the tail end of our live stream, our reaction live stream, that made it in right as we were going out. So let's read that first.
From Bleach Next Generation, Asuka wins, Money, Mayhem, Fire.
Thank you.
I mean, that's, in our nutshell, we just need to mention that also. The women's TLC match was absolutely spectacular.
Fantastic.
It was fantastic. Do you think it was better or not as good as the see, I thought it was killer. The last woman standing match, that was up there. I think that one went on a little bit more, and it was a bit more brutal.
It was more brutal.
But
it was pretty brutal, too.
I think the fire that Charlotte especially brought to this one, her performance really, really stood out. And then you end with Asuka in that title. You have this WWE A story right now with the women's titles. The SmackDown Women's Championship was in the A story. It was the main event, the big moment. I mean, that's killer. Mm-hmm. That's absolutely killer. Mm-hmm. I think given the scope of what they're doing with it, this probably has more significance than the last woman standing match, even though I think the last woman standing match was just a bit more brutal,
Yeah, I think in terms of the actual quality of the match, I'd probably lean towards the last woman standing, but I see your point.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible?
What's up?
I know, given what happened at the end of the show, it seems like we are going to get that triple threat at Mania.
Yeah.
Could they do a fatal 4-way with Asuka, too?
Oh, I'd love it. God, I'd love it.
Could they do that?
I'd love it. Here's the thing about that. You're right. There's nobody in the SmackDown Women's division that isn't Charlotte or Becky that even comes close to Asuka's level. There's nobody. There's nobody. I really like the women's division on SmackDown Live, but the thing is, they've elevated Asuka to that tier with Becky and
in a matter of like 3
Charlotte.
matches too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. Here's the thing. She's either going to be, listen to this. Asuka's either going to be in the main event of WrestleMania or in the kickoff show. There's no in between because anybody she fights, I mean, unless it's Charlotte. Maybe if it's Charlotte.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
But Charlotte's going to be in that triple threat. We know that.
Yeah, probably.
So if it's not Charlotte, that means it's somebody else on SmackDown Live women's division.
A heel.
And that means
Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Peyton Royce, or Billie Kay.
They're all kickoff show.
Mm-hmm.
They're all kickoff show. They would drag Asuka down. She needs to be in that fatal four-way. I agree completely.
Yeah, it needs to be a fatal four-way at this point.
JMC, I had a little too much beer, fell asleep right after AJ versus Bryan, and woke up for the last 10 seconds of the show and ruined the main event for myself.
Oh, no. Matthew Cox, result recaps. Give me a raging Hardy Boy?
I don't know. What the heck?
Ew.
Ron Armenta. See you guys at Raw tomorrow. TLC was real. Yeah. Reminder.
See you tomorrow.
We are going to be at Raw tomorrow, Golden One Center at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be doing a meetup.
Yes.
Near the big, giant, colored piece of artwork that they have there. I shouldn't do that. That's a
no, it's definitely artwork. Whether you appreciate it, that's completely subjective. But it's no arguments. That's art. Someone put themselves out there to make that.
You just said it's subjective.
Well, how you feel about it.
So there are arguments there.
How you feel about it is subjective.
Don't go there. Anyways, Dylan Haggett. Hey, friendos, AJ's gear tonight. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Well, it's a Constructicon gear.
Yeah, it's the highlighter yellow color.
I wish he would flip it. Mainly the
yellow,
the non-color safe.
Yeah.
Burning Fortress.
You just burn in on people's TVs.
Exactly. You don't have time travel, but you do have a nebula.
Dylan again. Becky wins the Rumble. Charlotte wins the Elimination Chamber match. Triple threat at Mania. I'm telling you, it's gonna be it should be a fatal four-way.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You don't take all this time, and granted, I said it's just a span of 3 matches. You don't elevate Asuka to this degree just to have her like on the kickoff show, as you said. Unless Asuka Charlotte Mania again is in the cards, Asuka's got to be in that match.
I feel that if it was just going to be Becky Ronda at Mania, Becky would have won tonight. Ronda would have come down. They would have had a stare off with both the titles.
Unless they just want.
And I think that would have looked great.
If they wanted to keep Ronda Charlotte in our minds, so they have their match at the Rumble.
Yeah.
Becky wins Rumble. They might go that route, but it seems crystal clear that the Leafs were probably gonna get triple threat based on.
Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy kicked off the kickoff show. I know that probably upset some people, but I don't know. It is what it is. Cedric Alexander lost this clean to Buddy Murphy. What's your take on that, man?
Well, I didn't see it. So I got here right after that match ended.
No, I just mean the general. You know that he lost clean.
Yeah, I know. I guess.
What do you make of that?
Was it a strong loss? Did Buddy Murphy dispatch him easily?
It was 11 minutes. Cedric put up a good fight.
Not much story to be gleaned from an 11-minute match.
They did everything except for a Spanish Fly. They did everything cool 205 Live, but Cedric lost. That was it. I mean, there was Buddy, I think they did a thing where Cedric like banged his head on like the not exposed turnbuckle, but just a turnbuckle, and that made him wobbly for the finish
like
or something like that.
A turning point in the match, some
of, but it was down the finish. Yeah, just a straight up no Tony Nese, nothing. It was just they just went out there, had a match. Wasn't Cedric's time to get that title back, I guess.
Guess not.
I don't know.
So we got to expect
Murphy
to have a defense at the Rumble.
Murphy's going to lose it to Ali, and Mania is going to be Ali Cedric.
Yeah, probably.
It's just going to be the same match we thought it was. It's going to be flipped.
Yeah, with Ali walking in as champ and successfully defending it, I would guess. Could be.
That has to be the case.
That has to be.
Because I wonder, maybe Mustafa Ali's performance on SmackDown opened up. Maybe Vince's like, wait, I want to do something 205 Live.
He feasted his eyes.
I feast my eyes
on how awesome Mustafa Ali is.
What do you think Vince's opinion of Dijakovic is going to be?
No idea who he is. Zero.
No, what's it going to be when he sees him?
I think he's going to be. I don't know if he's be put off by the feast your eyes thing.
He likes tall guys.
He does. He does.
Oh man, it was a good match. Yeah, it was the kickoff of the kickoff show.
But as you mentioned when I got here, considering the result.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to have like give it a lot of time and put on a barn burner or a title change.
Mm-hmm.
I guess to a certain extent, you hear on the kickoff show, then just kind of brush it under the rug, or the euphemism, the phrase is.
Yeah.
And on you go.
Yeah. Let's see here. Next up, we had Elias
versus Bob Lashley in a ladder match with the guitar suspended.
But this time they said that
above the ring,
if you get the guitar, you win. Not just you can use it as a weapon.
Yeah,
at that
it was like
point.
a Money in the Bank contract or championship title.
Elias started cutting a promo. He was going to sing a song. He was interrupted by Bob Lashley and
Yes.
Lio Rush. I mean, it was what it was. Elias powerbombed Lashley onto the ladder.
That was a good spot, but really it was
Lio Rush went running up a ladder
a little bit, and then Elias knocked him off, and then just grabbed the guitar. He wins, but before he can use the guitar, Leo and Bob Lashley start beating him up.
Mm-hmm.
Leo gives Elias a final hour. Lashley destroys the guitar of Elias's back. Elias may have won the battle, but he is yet to win the war.
Well, given whatever this Vince McMahon shakeup thing is going to happen tomorrow, I wonder if he's even going to have an opportunity. I am probably reading so much into this shakeup thing.
I think they want you to read that much into it, though.
What? So my expectations are so high and they just disappoint? That's what they want?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They want people to think that something massive is going to happen, so they tune in. It's a ratings grab.
But then when nothing big happens, boo! Right.
Under 2 million.
The actual show kicked off with the Fabulous Truth versus Mahalisha. Of course, if you don't know, that's the team of Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. And Fabulous Truth is, of course, Carmella and R-Truth. They're great. They were dressed in San Jose shark gear. Look great.
Yeah.
This was exactly what you figured it'd be. It was a mixed match challenge canon level match.
Yes. Fun, but for the most part, fairly inconsequential.
There was that cool dance break bit, though, with the Singh brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They got in there and did a little dance break with R-Truth before he tossed them out of the ring. This was a slop fest. Carmella, oddly, was the only one who was crisp in the ring.
Yeah.
She ended up landing the Code of... Is that what it's called? The Code of Silence?
Yes.
To Alicia Fox. She tapped out like immediately. That is a really good-looking submission move.
It is.
I really like that one.
It is a good one. Yeah, the transition into it was a little clumsy, but yeah.
After that, the Fabulous Truth were given an interview, and given that they won Mixed Match Challenge 2, not only did both of them land the number 30 spot in their respective Rumbles, they also got to choose what all expenses paid vacation they were going to take together. And I guess in the moment, R-Truth was able to completely sabotage all the possibilities.
Yeah.
He built it up like it was going to be a big deal, and then he said
tropical and think epic destination, and he said the WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah. Like, why didn't she get a chance to say no?
Yeah.
Because it's funny. It's comedy.
We must have already booked it.
It's comedy.
He seemed very confident that's exactly what it was going to be.
It's comedy. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
After that was a really, really fun match, which feels like it was 2 weeks ago. New Day versus the Usos versus The-Bar for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Literally, this was a long pay-per-view. It really didn't feel like it while it was happening, though. Because they had like 25 matches in the span of 3 hours.
Oh, I know. There's so many matches.
So anyways, it was a lot of fun. It was Kofi and Xavier Woods.
Yeah, no Big E in the match. It was one of those matches that was so fun and so much stuff was happening that I didn't really take any notes. I'm sorry. Sorry, Steve.
That's okay.
I didn't take a whole lot of notes.
Oh,
there was a cool super kick party sequence from the Usos.
Yeah, man, they're the best.
Cool.
The The-Bar one.
Yeah, Xavier Woods went for his like step through the ropes DDT type deal and ate a bro kick from Sheamus. And he got the pin.
So The-Bar keeps those titles.
Tactical error in the New Day's part, not having Big E in the match. Yay or nay?
Oh, yay. You have a big powerhouse like Sheamus in that match? Give me a break. Of course you need Big E. Absolutely. There's no combination of the New Day that should exclude Big E. It should either always be Kofi and Big E, or unless they're facing like a Lucha House Party type group. I know they're on Raw. But if they're facing smaller guys, then sure, bring Kofi and Xavier. But everybody on, the Usos aren't powerhouses, but they're not small guys either.
No, I mean, if it's Usos versus Xavier and Kofi, I can see that because
it's okay.
Yeah.
But then you bring you bring Big E in there, and you got a powerhouse. Those guys aren't going to go flying around you, is my point. So, yeah, that's kind of silly. The-Bar retains their titles. Is this an opportunity for sanity? Like, do we need to keep on going with Usos and New Day, or can they just go off and do something else, please?
No. It's going to be these three teams up until Mania.
think so, really?
Yeah.
Maybe.
No opportunity for Sanity, sadly. I like Sandy. I want them to have an opportunity.
Come on, man. Killian Dane. You don't see Damo in there?
I would like to see it. I just don't see it happening.
How about New Day versus Sanity? It's just going to be these three teams till Mania, till the next
We've already
shake
seen
up or
Sandy
whatever?
versus New Day. They had didn't they have a tables match, Extreme Rules or something
I think
like
it was
that?
pretty good too. Yeah, but nobody remembers that. That was forever ago. When was Extreme
mentioned
Rules?
it. I think it was May. It was May.
That was forever ago.
7 months ago.
That was such a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, if we see Sandy on a regular basis, maybe that would be more fresh in our minds. However, it's not because they're never on TV.
Usos versus Sanity.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet. I don't think. No, we did. We saw. I think they at least had a match.
Well, they had to have had a match. They were on SmackDown for.
I don't know if there was a proper feud, but at least there was a match.
Bring Sanity back. Come on.
I'm telling you, I'm all for it. However, I just don't see it happening.
You didn't see Ronda Rousey coming out and interfering either. But that happened. Get me wrong. Tell you. Who won predictions? I did.
No, I did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right. Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman was next, or so we were led to believe.
Yeah, well, I mean, kind of, yeah. So Heath.
That's the sequence that happened next.
Yeah, comes down the ring. Heath Slater, that is. He's the referee for this contest. Baron comes down.
I'm bummed out he didn't ref any other contest. And there was no Jack Daddy. It's a bummer.
So Baron comes down and says, I hear everybody's been complaining about Raw and about me, and I hear your complaints, but guess what? I don't care. Ha, 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 ha. And he tells Heath to start counting. Count to 10. Despite the fact that there's no countouts in a TLC match. And so he starts counting. He gets to 7. Braun's music hits. He walks down in a sling, grabs a mic, and says, Baron, I guess you forgot there's no disqualifications in a TLC match. Not that he made an error. I thought he was supposed to say counts. Never mind. He came around.
Baron.
He says, you don't think I couldn't find someone to lend me a hand? And then the camera kind of pans around, and there's Apollo Crews with a chair ringside. Pans around some more. There's a.
We were both saying to ourselves, why is Apollo Crews out there? He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to Apollo Crews.
Yeah, I can't remember Baron doing anything to Apollo Crews at all. There's Chad Gable and Bob Roode.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And then Finn's out there too.
Baron Corbin is arguably responsible for Drake Maverick peeing on Bob Roode's nice robe.
Yeah.
Now all he has is a T-shirt, even though we know he has other robes.
Several robes. Actually, no, last week on Raw he had a robe. Both he and Chad Gable
Oh,
had
that's
robes.
right. They came out. That's right.
Finn's out there too with a chair.
He looks like he does not want to be out there.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't. So back in the ring, Heath takes the ref shirt off. Just bang.
That looked like a potato
Baron,
too.
yeah,
that was a good looking one.
Baron tries to escape after the faces kind of beat him up a little bit. And he's met in the ramp by Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Angle beats him down with a chair.
Did we ever find out if Kurt was wearing, because he had a really nice looking Kurt Angle shirt.
And either really nice sweatpants or
really baggy
or really
slacks.
poorly fitting slacks.
Like he went to Kohl's last minute. They only had two sizes.
He got whatever's on the rack.
Too big.
And so he beats up Baron, forces him back towards the ring, and he hits. He gets a finisher from Roode and Gable. He gets a frog splash from Apollo Crews, angle slam from Kurt, and a coup de grace from Finn. Strowman stands atop Baron. Heath puts the ref shirt back on to make it official, so there's no question about it.
No question.
Counts the 3 count. Braun wins. He'll get his match against Brock at Rumble for the Universal Championship. Baron is probably told by Vince McMahon tomorrow at Raw.
You're fired. I still think they missed out on a good opportunity here for Baron to deep six everybody in the ring.
On top of chairs.
And then end of days to Braun, and then he wins. That was a missed opportunity right there, but what do I know?
I really don't think it was.
We've seen, look, how many people have bought that Slow Wolfpack shirt? Dude, we have completely shown.
That's because of how well we have booked Baron.
I know. He can be booked to perfection to lots of money.
Only a small fraction.
82.
Problem is that whereas we book Baron well as an in-ring competitor, in no universe should he be featured as an authority figure.
He's the leader, which is an authority figure of Slow Wolfpack.
But he doesn't spend all his time on our show on the mic.
He
fights.
should.
No.
If we had more time to book promos, we'd do that.
No, he spends just the right amount of time on the mic, which is barely any.
Anyways, Natalya versus Ruby Riott was next.
A tables match.
Figured this would be a good match, and it was a pretty good match.
Yeah, it was solid.
And there was the little entertainment. Wrestling is best when there's plenty of good violence. The wrestling's good. The story's good, which in this case, that's the one X factor. The story was not good. It revolved around sunglasses. And then there's a little bit of goofiness thrown in.
Yeah.
And there is a wonderful amount of little goofiness here in the form of Neidhart, the fathead Neidhart.
Of Anvil Table.
And
Ruby Riott table.
And then, the Ruby Riott table. Mind games. I swerved you.
Exactly. First high spot of the match. Ruby is on the apron. She's battling Natalya. Natalya goes for a spear. Ruby evades. Liv Morgan takes her place. Liv gets speared off the apron through the table.
That was a great spot.
That was a sick bump. That was a good spot.
I'm loving the Riott Squad, man.
And then later on, Natalya slams Sarah Logan through another table, so Natalya takes out the two other members of the Riott Squad. Only Ruby Riott stands in her way to victory.
That was good stuff.
Ruby Riott sets up Anvil Table in corner, and then Natalya puts Ruby Riott in a sharpshooter, and they're kind of towards the corner where Anvil Table's at, and Ruby starts, making her way over towards it and pulls the table down so it kind of bonks Natalya on the head. Breaks up the sharpshooter.
We do need to make this request of our friendos over at 2K Games to allow us to customize tables.
Yeah.
So we can make like a slow Wolfpack table,
exactly,
a Steve table, and of course a Larson table. So next year's WCW Fun Wrestling Draft will be a tables match. Who gets put through which?
The other person's table.
The other person's table.
Of course. Good idea.
Makes sense.
So at that point, or shortly thereafter, Natalya pulls the Ruby Riott table out from under the ring. So we have dueling tables now.
And dueling branded people tables.
Yes. Also around that time, Natalya puts on her dad's jacket. Back in the ring, Nash goes back and forth. Table set up, near the corner. There's some back and forth on the top rope. Ruby goes for a Frankensteiner. However, Natalya catches her, power bombs her through the Ruby Riott table. Natalya wins.
This is like a flipping career high for Natalya. I mean, this is a really good match.
It was a good match.
The story is, like I said, is kind of goofy.
Yeah.
But the match is good. Sometimes it's all that matters. You know? If the match is good, then who cares about the rest? It was a fun match.
It was a fun match.
Another fun match: Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor.
This is kind of tough for matches on a pay-per-view like this, where so many of them are gimmick matches, and to be not in the gimmick match, because this was a perfectly fine match. It was fun. It was well executed. Finn's chest looked like hamburger at the end of it because Drew kept on wailing away with all sorts of chops.
Well, yeah, man.
There's some quality trash talk from Drew in this as well, but I don't know, on these gimmick pay-per-views, especially when there's so many gimmick matches. If you're not in one of the gimmick matches, it seems like people just kind of maybe we'll go to the merch table or get a hot dog or go to the bathroom or something.
Well, there's not a lot. I mean, there's
not a whole lot of stake in this match.
Here's the thing: everybody loves both these guys, and so that's kind of enough for people to be cool with it. It was a relatively short match where the good guy came out on top, so people were probably happy about that. I was happy with the
Oh yeah, I was surprised Finn won.
Me too. I just look. These days, it seems like they're never going to book Finn to win over a bigger dude than him clean. And so when you need Dolph to come out of nowhere and, help decide the outcome of the match, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
So, the match itself was fine. I mean, these two guys do cool stuff, and we like both of them.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah, Dolph showed up out of nowhere, super kick on Drew. Dolph came at Drew with a chair, and then Drew threw up a boot that just seemingly sent that chair through Dolph's head. That looked nasty.
Yeah, it did.
Drew came into the ring with the chair. He rolled Dolph into the ring
with the chair, kind of lurking over him.
Yeah, and
then Finn hit him with his drop kick, followed by a coup de grace. Picked up the win.
Yeah, so that's cool. But I'd prefer there to be. I want big things for Finn.
Me too.
I'm tired of him being treated like the small guy who can't beat a big guy.
Yeah,
he's been at this for years. He should know how to beat a big guy.
That could be laying the groundwork for a story. Keeps being the case, and then finally in a major match, say a universal title match against a larger competitor, he pulls out a win clean.
This isn't us booking it. This is Vince McMahon.
I know. I'm being optimistic for once.
Well, I want Sanity to show up, but you poo-pooed that, so I'm going to poo-poo you right now.
That's fine. I fully realize it's there's no forward planning involved. There's no storytelling here involved. Next.
Jeez, you're grumpy. Rey Mysterio versus Randy
What
Orton.
did you say to me?
Man, you're proving me out, too. Grumpa goose. You need to get some comfy comps on like Kurt Angle or like your friend Steve here. I got some.
I mean, this jacket's really comfy.
Yeah, but I got sweatpants on. Thanks for the burrito earlier, by the way.
Yeah, I hooked it up for you, didn't I?
You maybe need another one because you're grumpy right now. Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton is next. This will get you in a good mood. This is a fun match.
This was a fun match. Anytime Rey Mysterio does that sliding splash out of the ring, it's great. And then this time he did it with the chair on his tummy. And so he slid like he was on a boogie board out of the ring, right into Randy Orton. It was great.
Did you ever go boogie boarding when you were a kid?
Never.
Really?
No.
I did. Once. Wasn't very good at it. Probably caught a sinus full of salt water.
Salt water.
You're not missing much.
I went wakeboarding once. That's hard.
Is that where you're on a boat? You're like tailing a boat?
Yeah, boat pulls you.
Damn that.
That's tough.
Yeah, that doesn't seem, Because
you got to pull yourself up while the boat's speeding up.
I'd probably get killed doing that.
Yeah, I tried it, and I couldn't even get up.
How old were you at the time?
Oh, that was like 8 years ago or something.
Oh, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're still like your mid-40s. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's different when you're like in your 30s, though.
Yeah.
I thought you meant when you were like 10 or something.
No.
Just imagine you just flying off.
No.
Yeah. Anyways, Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton. This is a fun match.
Yeah, it was
Lots
fun.
of chairs involved.
Yeah, a lot of clever spots with chairs.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a chairs match, so makes sense. There's that nasty-looking spot where Orton's sitting in a chair. Ray's on the apron, does for like a running senton.
Oh, my God.
Orton gets out of the chair, so Ray's butt just hits the chair like full on. It looked painful.
That looked real. That looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looked bad. That was real bad.
Orton hit a face buster on a chair atop the announce table.
Yeah, and then Ray hit a Hurricane Rana.
Or was it Frankenstein?
No, it wasn't off the top rope.
Oh.
Sends Orton into a bunch of chairs. At one point, Randy is sent to the chair. It's kind of sitting there. Ray does a victory roll, gets the win.
Yeah.
It wasn't a huge high spot with the chair that led to the pinfall victory for Ray.
Randy was
sound wrestling technique.
Exactly. You got to win, man. You're not here to be flashy. You got to win.
Exactly.
But once you get that wakeboard chair slide out of the way, doesn't matter how you win.
What if you could do that on top of a table? I don't think you enough
using a table?
Yeah.
No,
you can't.
Tables are too heavy.
I know, you can't get enough momentum.
If it was one of those like really, really cheap IKEA tables,
you probably could with a piece of like half a table.
Yeah, probably. If it was like one of those cheap IKEA tables,
yeah,
that are made of like cardboard, basically.
Particle board, yeah.
Particle board,
lightweight particle board, yeah.
Yeah, basically the same thing as cardboard. Those things fall apart so easily.
The cheap stuff does, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you buy a table for $10. What do you expect?
Oh, yeah.
Can't expect it to last forever.
I remember once I was in college, and I was like, wow, I need something to put my CDs in, because I had a lot of CDs at the time. This was the early
CDs nuts. Did you put both of them in there?
I put all my CDs in, Steve. I was like, wow, that was a great CD rack, and I put together. And I swear if I did that, it just would have fallen over. Not fallen apart. It just wasn't weighted correctly.
Yeah. I have a bookshelf like that in my office at home.
Just kind of nudge it a little bit.
Yeah, and I have so much stuff on it, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If I blow on it, it'll just fall over.
Next, Finn interview. Before he can really get too far into it, Dolph shows up. Felt like he kind of phoned in his bit of this.
Anyways, Dolph?
Yeah. Anyways, like Finn was asking Dolph, what were you doing out there? And Dolph says, well, I helped you.
Winning that match for you, man. You weren't going to beat Drew. Give me a
break.
break.
Like, I don't need your help. And Dolph says, yeah, then they fight. And it was announced later on that they're going to have a match on Raw tomorrow. So we get to witness that.
Yeah, come on. Like, here's the thing. If Vince is coming to shake things up, don't announce anything. Don't announce anything. Because I want it to be unpredictable.
Exactly.
What's the vote at so far?
564 votes, 61% yay.
Nice.
For TLC.
Lots of people like it.
Yeah.
Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey was next.
Raw Women's title.
They had Ronda kick out of Nia Jax's finisher, the Samoa drop.
Every match, Ronda pulls out something new. She improves match after match. This time she did that flying cross body out the top rope.
Yeah.
That was neat.
Onto the floor.
Ooh, yeah,
that
man.
was good.
That was good.
That looked really good. I like Ronda, man. And her ring gear looked cool.
Yeah. She's constantly evolving in the ring, both as an in-ring competitor, her ring gear.
She's taking it very seriously.
She is.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
You mentioned Ronda kicking out of the Samoa drop. She hits like a sunset flip powerbomb on Nia. Nia kicks at it too. At one point, Nia brings up the face breaker.
Oh, yeah.
Fist. Tries it on Ronda. Ronda dodges it, holds on to it, and Nia's like trying to pull her arm back.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronda transitions into the arm bar, grabs the fist, the hand with face breaker fist on it, looks at Tamina, kisses the fist, puts the arm bar on. Nia taps pretty quickly. Ronda wins.
That was a really, really cool moment.
That was really cool.
Yeah. No, I like those Ronda matches. I think they've got something really good with the whole women's division, the top of the women's division on both brands. After that, Nia Jax was backstage. Somebody tried to interview her. She blew, it was probably Charlie, blew her off, kept on walking. Then Becky shows up, and they basically just have their blow off in the moment.
Yeah, I know.
Becky just nails Nia Jax.
She cold cocks her, kicks her a couple times, says, keep my name out of your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth. And then walks off. That was their blow off. There will not be, there doesn't need to be any retribution here. There's no retribution for somebody who just messed up.
If Becky is in the Rumble,
yeah, okay,
Becky will probably eliminate Nia Jax.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
And that'll be the blow off.
But I never got the sense that they were gonna get whatever mileage they could out of the Nia Jax thing without promoting her for it. You know what I mean? You don't promote somebody for messing up. You don't do that.
No, they used the heat that she got from the crowd for knocking out Becky Lynch to build for one match, and that was against Ronda Rousey.
Exactly. Yeah.
She won't be called the face breaker anymore. She won't be doing this anymore.
And this is a pretty. I mean, look, it was a 10-second thing.
It was pretty definitive, though.
But exactly. I was going to say humiliating, but it was definitive.
It's very definitive.
Yeah, it was definitive. Exactly. And then Tamina comes running up after the fact. Sorry.
And then does this.
Yeah. So, Nia Jax probably moves on with the thing with Ember Moon, which actually could be very good for Ember Moon. Because I feel like maybe that thing with Nia Jax, when we had heard that there's heat on her for the thing, I could see prior to that them trying to build her up a bit more as sort of a tier 2, But Ember Moon, I feel like they're really high on her.
Yeah.
I could see her getting the best out of this feud.
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope so as well, too.
I would hope so. Next, we had an AJ Styles interview.
A lot of people are counting me out or something like that. Was it that?
Yeah, something.
A lot of people think that it's foregone conclusion.
He seemed very stoic.
Yeah, he's been stoic since he lost that title. He's sort of been under the radar.
Yeah, because this his title run was defined by, to a certain degree, emotional instability.
Mm-hmm.
He'd fly off the handle really quick.
Yeah,
he's highly emotional, and so it's different to see him very aloof, stoic.
Yeah. Maybe he'll again do a thing with Shinsuke for the U.S. title. They can have that again.
Maybe.
I don't know. Oh, hey, Almas. Maybe he can do a thing with Almas.
Oh, that'd be good.
Let's get Almas on TV.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
They might do like a Randy Orton thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that might be the case. Anyways, that led to his match, AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan. Great video package that preceded it. And apparently on the pre-show, Daniel Bryan said something about changing the strap on his title.
I didn't watch the actual video, but that's what everybody says. Yeah, that's awesome. Hemp.
Brilliant.
Hemp.
It's a good idea.
What else? If it's not hemp, what could it be?
It shouldn't be anything synthetic because that's chemicals and releases horrible stuff into the water system and environment.
Correct.
So hemp, burlap.
I like burlap.
What else? Something sturdy but natural.
Oak.
Well, you can't really. It'd be like paper then. You'd have like a cardboard strap. Make it pliable.
Hey,
enough.
It worked for what culture? Is Cultaholics title now, their predictions title, is it cardboard still?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if they still do that. I need to pay closer attention to our friends.
Hemp's probably a good choice.
Hemp. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I guess. It's going to be amazing, whatever it is.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be so stupid.
I know. It's going to be great.
So we had that match. Daniel Bryan also had a couple
fantastic.
This was so good. He had a couple of dragons on his knees.
Yeah,
too.
He had new ring gear that was all primarily black, some dark gray.
I wonder if that was hemp though.
No, it was too shiny.
I think it was too shiny. I think all these days technology. I don't know. Maybe you could turn hemp shiny. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. I'm not up to date on the latest hemp technology.
Me neither.
Anyway, this is a fantastic match.
Golly, this was a great match.
You want to know how great this match was? Someone in the chat pointed this out while it was happening. The crowd was on the edge of their seats during a spot with a single leg crab.
Yeah, man.
The most standard of like, I'm going to wear down your leg submission holds. Not a finisher these days. I'm going to wear you down a little bit.
I just get the feeling that Daniel Bryan, and to their credit, the WWE, are treating every match like it could be his last.
Mm-hmm.
Every match that he puts in. Like, dude, he had a match of the year candidate against Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. Against Brock freaking Lesnar. Another one against AJ Styles on SmackDown, and then now on TLC.
I hope they have another match at Royal Rumble and they give him a half hour. Do an Iron Man match with these guys. Half-hour Iron Man match.
I like the half-hour match on a Royal Rumble. It's one of the matches is going to be like an hour long.
Well, probably two of them because there's 2 Rumbles now.
Yeah. No, I'm into it, man. I love it. Do it.
I think that'd be great.
Or do it on SmackDown. An entire episode of SmackDown.
There you go.
A match.
There you go.
Oh, who wouldn't love that?
I'd love it. Love it.
I
Love it
too, man.
A lot of great back and forth. AJ Styles this time was the one working over Daniel Bryan's knee.
Yeah.
Turnabout there.
Yeah.
In the end, though, Mr. Small Package came out on top with the small package, a roll-up win for Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
But both these guys got that crap beat out of them.
Yeah. That first chop, Daniel Bryan backed up AJ in the corner.
Man.
And he yelled at him, "Oh, you want to do chops?" And that thing was a thunderclap.
Yeah, it was like a firecracker went off in the arena.
Oh, that was great.
Chop is the best move in all wrestling.
So there was tons of chops.
Tons of chops. A lot of, like I mentioned earlier, AJ Styles working over Daniel Bryan's leg. Daniel Bryan was being brutal with some of his striking and stuff. He had that cravat on, dropping some knees on AJ, and then suplexed him out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, great stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah, just stellar. Just really stellar.
What do you think? It's got to be a near certainty they have their blow-off at the Rumble, yeah?
What's a reason why this wouldn't be a blow-off here?
This one?
Rematch, yeah.
Small package win.
Yeah.
AJ can say, well, I mean, the rationale could be that it's not definitive enough.
Yeah.
You know, shoulders on the mat, 1, 2, 3. You think that'd be definitive?
Yeah, it feels like, yeah, you're probably right.
I would think that would be it.
Yeah. And the Rumble's like right around the corner. So
and there was still that one spot where Daniel Bryan avoided the ref and tried to push AJ into the ref, which kind of AJ had to put on the brakes, and that was pretty close to the finish. So I'm sure there's some rationale they could have to justify one more match. I mean, just the fact that we all want to see it should be enough justification.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This was such a stellar match. Jameson Copeland here in chat says, apparently, you can make a really good leather alternative from apple fibers.
Oh.
See? All sorts of stuff.
Depends how processed that is. If it's really processed, Daniel Bryan might not be into it.
Maybe not.
He might not be into it.
I don't know, man.
Next, we got
like he's going to get his title off of Etsy or something.
Could be. Next, we got a Ronda Rousey interview. She's hanging out backstage with Natalya. Charlie walks up and says, "Can I have a word with you, please, Ronda Rousey?" And a word she had. And I don't remember much about this. It seemed pretty standard and stuff. It was short.
Yeah. I literally don't remember what she said.
I remember it happening, but I don't remember what was said.
Yeah, me too.
But this wasn't the last we'd see Ronda Rousey, though.
Oh, God. She said something and she stormed off. I do remember the storming off part.
Yeah, it was like 2 sentences. It was pretty short. All right, next we got Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins.
So I noticed our friendo Alfred Konawa he did a write-up seemingly just like immediately after this match happened for Forbes. And he says the headline is WWE TLC 2018 results. Fans chant "This is boring" as Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose lay an egg. And he says it's time to start questioning Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose truly as top stars. Are we sure these guys are good? I would say one of them is yes, absolutely that good. And you can point to any number of matches this year that prove that out, including one that was just 6 days ago on Monday Night Raw.
Against Baron Corbin of all people.
But when's the last time Dean Ambrose put together a classic match?
Against
a match?
Triple H at Roadblock.
Roadblock what year?
3 years ago.
Exactly. Roadblock a very long time
The
ago.
very first Roadblock, the network special.
Dude, I mean, what is he like? Is he kind of like a Bray Wyatt? Like, man, something's there, but they just don't do it right? Or has he been given more of a chance than Bray Wyatt has? You think so? I kind of think so too.
Yeah. Dean's been afforded every opportunity to establish himself as a champion. His world champion reign was not good. He had a 2 years ago at TLC, AJ and Dean had a good TLC match. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's the one where AJ ripped his tights by his butt.
Yeah.
And he did the 450 off the ropes onto the Dean on the table.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good match.
Oh, yeah. Romeo Barnes here. Thank you. She said payback is a B word, and I'm the baddest one.
There you go. That's what it was.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, man. And, yeah, we have to mention this, too. The commentary for Mike Games.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Games here in chat pointed out.
The whole time was Michael Cole and especially Corey Graves just badgering Renee Young. Well, what do you know? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Why did he turn on the Shield brothers?
Yeah.
And it's so annoying.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
It's really bad.
It so detracts.
Because, like, everything.
From the story from the match.
Everything else is normal. And then all of a sudden, they
like,
just start picking on her.
Single bulb over Renee Young.
Right.
And it's not even a good cop, bad cop.
No, it's not. It's really bad.
It's awful. It's terrible. And as lackluster as this match was, granted, it had to follow a really great one between AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. As lackluster as this match was, the commentary helped it in no way.
Here's the thing. There are several things that could have helped this match.
Violence.
Yeah. No, well, look.
Intensity.
It's placement. It should have been a TLC match. Get rid of the commentary stuff. But the bottom line is this story doesn't matter. The story doesn't. Nobody cares about the story, and that's the main reason why why the match flopped. It wasn't necessarily the match was boring. It was just there's nothing behind it.
It was pretty standard stuff.
And it was kind of a paint by numbers match.
Like I said before, it was a match befitting the intensity level of this feud.
Yeah.
But the intensity level of this feud should be way higher.
Yeah.
Remember when the Shield initially broke up?
Yeah, right.
You know? And, man, Seth.
People couldn't wait until Dean got his hands on Seth.
Yeah. Now no one really cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
because,
really cares.
Why? Who cares?
Because Dean's in a doctor's office doing this, you know, and getting shots on his butt. And that damn siren. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
It doesn't even fit his music.
It's too much.
If you're going to give him the siren and that's important to his character now, give him a new theme. Just don't slap it on top of his old one because it makes no sense. It doesn't work rhythmically.
Yeah.
Like the siren lasts, I don't know how many bars, but X number of bars, but it's not like in accordance with the meter of his theme.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's sort of like when Seth's theme had the random burn it downs in it. It would disrupt the tempo of the song.
Mm-hmm.
And Dean's theme is so start and stop to begin with. And it goes, burn.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
And then you get the siren that kicks in halfway through. It's too much. It's too much. This whole thing with Dean isn't working.
Too much.
No,
it's not. It's not. They
have no idea what they're doing.
Well, but okay. So silver lining here. Dean won the IC title.
Hopefully Seth is going to move on to the Universal Championship.
Yeah. The finish of this saw Dean throw out the fist bump me, bro. Something like that.
Seth kind of lost his mind for a bit. He was beating Dean up all over the ringside area. Buckle bomb to the barricade, back in the ring. He's going for a super kick, and Dean just stood up.
Yeah,
no selling everything. Fist bump me, bro.
Yeah, and then Seth here. It's like I think maybe this is just continuity with Seth's horrible weakness of being distracted. Because so many matches, he's just distracted by stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And so Dean sticks his, and Seth starts doing, instead of being like, what the hell is that? And just like,
Yeah, he should have been like.
Super kicks his hand.
You're standing up, I'll super kick you standing up now.
Exactly. He starts staring at his fist, and then he gets mad at Dean for offering it up. It says something about Roman, bounces off the ropes, comes back at him, eats a dirty deeds. Dean Ambrose gets the Intercontinental Championship. I really hope they just move on. They're probably going to have a rematch tomorrow night on Raw. It'll probably main event. Probably give it 30 minutes. That actually might be a better match than we got tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But Seth's going to lose that too. Then he'll move on to win the Royal Rumble.
Win the Rumble, face Brock or Braun at
I really hope
Mania.
that's the case because this stuff just isn't working. It's
just not working.
It feels like there's nothing new about this. And it even feels like you said, when you contrast it to what happened in the past, it just lacks everything.
Well, here's the thing, is that Seth's motivations were crystal clear. He sold out.
Yeah.
Still not entirely sure why Dean turned his back on Seth and Roman. Still not entirely sure. We've gotten like 6 different explanations for it.
Yep.
Don't know.
Don't know.
They don't know. It's gone a direction that is at times too comical. I mean,
hey, you people are so dirty. They got to get vaccinated for this and that and this and that.
Here, I'm going to get a vaccination in my butt.
Oh, that's my butt. See, it's funny. No, dude, bro.
No, you're not supposed to be funny.
I saw this movie called Dark Knight. It's got Bane in it.
Although Dean's jacket did look pretty sharp tonight. That blue was a rich, velvety blue.
Yeah, but he's not a character that should be rich and velvety and blue.
No, he shouldn't be wearing velvet at all.
No, man. I'll see if I can find that jacket for you, though.
Which jacket?
Dean's.
No, I don't want to wear that.
Really? You wouldn't wear that?
No, I don't like wearing thick jackets.
I bought a new jacket the other day,
Oh, yeah?
and Lacey was with me, and she pointed out a jacket kind of like that, but it wasn't blue. It had like the woolly thing right here. But
Yeah,
it was
I'm not into the
It was
line
more
stuff.
like, it was like a lighter version of this.
Yeah.
She's like, you should get this. It looks like it's from the 70s. And I'm like, that's kind of why I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Just want the black jacket.
I prefer just to kind of like layer stuff. I don't really like heavy coats.
Yeah.
Main event time. Asuka versus Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. TLC match for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Woo-wee!
Wow, did this deliver.
What a match.
Charlotte was really the glue that kind of held this whole thing together.
It actually feels like a big... It had big fight feel. It really,
The
really
crowd was
did.
super into it.
The crowd was really into it. The video package they did that preceded it was fantastic. Yeah, this had big fight feel to it all over. All over. Absolutely.
Totally.
This leg drop. So at one point... So
let's go back. Let's go back before that.
Yeah.
There's a table set up in the corner. And then Asuka picks Charlotte up off the ladder and power bombs her into it. But when she power bombs her, Charlotte lands kind of low on the table, so it's like her upper shoulders and the back of her head takes most of the impact. Only the bottom.
So here's the table.
3 inches of table
Here's
breaks.
the table. Here's one of the legs. Only this broke.
Yeah.
Right here. It was like this. And so she, like, her head just hit this, and it didn't break, and, like, you know.
Yeah, only about that much of it broke off the bottom.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot. So that looked rough.
It looked bad.
It looked really rough. And it seemed like for a little bit, I don't know if Charlotte is that great of a seller. Like she was a little uneasy on her feet for a little while. I was worried she might have concussed her.
There were 2 specific times when we thought, oh my God, she's going to be out of this
seriously
match.
hurt. Yeah. The other one was the leg drop where Becky puts both Asuka and Charlotte on the announce table. She gets this huge ladder, climbs the top, does a leg drop off. Asuka rolls out of the way. However, Charlotte's there, and it's kind of turned into a shoot senton, where Becky kind of landed with her hips right on top of Charlotte, like right across her ribcage. I was like, oh gosh, that's bad. That's bad. And so we think Charlotte's like out of the match for a while. Becky and Asuka are on top of the ladder fighting. Charlotte comes around the ring with a kendo stick and just destroys them both. Just annihilates them. Becky and Charlotte are fighting outside. Asuka comes in, destroys Becky with the kendo stick. She starts celebrating out of nowhere. Charlotte spears her through the barricade. And then Charlotte puts Becky through a table with their somersault senton off the top rope.
I got to say, man, this was like, I don't know if this was intentional, but in terms of bringing the audience fully back around to being okay with Charlotte, like if she were to win this, I still think that they wouldn't have been huge on it. She needed to lose here. She needed to not win here.
Yeah.
But in losing, her star was kind of rekindled, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I never thought it went away because I think, like, especially that last woman standing match was fantastic. It's just she's in a tough spot with Becky as hot as she is.
Yeah.
And with her gutting through this match, that leg drop from the ladder, that had to have done something to her.
Yeah.
I mean, at the least, she's going to have bruised ribs.
Yeah.
Man, that was rough.
Yeah, that was rough.
And the preceding, the table whatever before that.
Yeah, the powerbomb on the table.
That was, ooh, man.
Yeah.
That was a gutsy performance.
It really was.
And can we point out the true MVP of this match was David Otunga. Oh, God. Whoa.
Like early on, there's a spot.
Byron, really? The one pay-per-view that you miss, it had to be this one?
Where Otunga was laughing over some spot, and that he didn't say anything for the longest time.
Yeah, so he laughed about a spot, and
early in the match,
and like Corey or Tom Phillips said, "Why are you laughing right now?" That felt like a shoot for one thing, and he said, "Oh, I just think that Asuka's glee over what she just did is just funny," and I'm like, "No, it isn't." And then he didn't say a word for like
5, 6, 7
minutes.
And then when he started talking again, bullet point.
She's making a statement right now. Wow.
That's a metaphor for what she's going to do with the match.
Oh, man. And he was basically invisible from that point on. So Vince either was threatening to turn his microphone off or he said, "Shut up and stick to the talking points." Oh, man, that was bad. Booker T was in the building, man.
I know.
Booker T was in the building.
I know.
Oh, man. Yeah, so anyways, where were we?
The finish. Charlotte and Becky are fighting on the ladder. Asuka's kind of taken out of the equation. Out comes Ronda Rousey. She walks to the ring slowly but with purpose. Walks into the ring. Walks under one of the ladders. 2 ladders set up.
Becky and Charlotte are fighting on the ladder that's next to the ladder that's under the belt. Yes. Ronda comes in, strolls underneath one of the ladders, and just pushes over the ladder that they're on. They tumble out of the ring. Ronda just leaves. Asuka comes to. She gets in, climbs the ladder. Crowd's going crazy. I'm going crazy. She pulls down the title. Mm-hmm. She is new SmackDown Women's Champion. That is fantastic. That is really so cool. That is absolutely so cool. So that was huge. That was absolutely huge.
That was really huge. It was a great finish. Awesome match.
Mm-hmm.
Really happy Asuka got that SmackDown Women's title.
In the main event. I mean, look, man, you know, say what you will about how she's been booked. I never really felt like she was all of her losses have been either one really quality loss to Charlotte or a bunch of wonky finishes, like in her feud with Carmella.
She did get pinned by Nia Jax at Survivor Series, but it's Survivor Series. No one's really going to pay much attention to that, probably.
And so she has been booked scary, but just sort of in the background.
Yeah.
Like she used up all of her opportunities with Carmella, and then that was it. You have like an opportunity card or something. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
So she absolutely 100% deserved this. My only fear is what we talked about earlier. Her feuds at this point. So if they insert her firmly if they keep her firmly in the A story, if she is brought along with whatever Ronda, Becky, Charlotte are going to be doing, then awesome. Like, are they going to go, is Becky going to be in the Rumble or is she going to be fighting Asuka for her rematch at the Rumble? I don't know how that's going to play out.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But if she gets carried along to make that a fatal 4-way, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah,
that is a killer way to go. The people love Asuka.
It doesn't have to be title versus title or anything like that. Just the four best women, top women wrestler in WWE going at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's spectacular. That's great.
It's all in the spirit of competition.
But I do appreciate. I think all that stuff was kind of made up by the fact that Asuka won the title in the main event match of a pay-per-view that had some really, really good stuff going for it. So I think that's all really good. I put a question thread up on Twitter, so I'm going to take a look at that now. Mia Garcia asks, where do you think Daniel Bryan goes from here?
That question kind of dovetails with Philly Flexer. After all this, who is AJ facing? I think we're going to get one more match between AJ and Daniel Bryan at the Rumble. And then Mania, either Ray or, fingers crossed still, John Cena.
Yeah. Ray will be interesting. Boy, that could be something else. That could be a lot
of fun.
Did he fight Ray during his first
He might have at some point.
Yeah. He's on a different level right now.
Yeah, he is.
He is on such a different level right now, man.
Sammy Garcia, what if they move Moon to SmackDown, build her up to fight Asuka at WrestleMania? See, that could work. Asuka versus Ember Moon. They have history.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like because it's Mania, man, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I don't think there's anybody in Raw or SmackDown, if it isn't Becky, Charlotte, or Ronda, it's otherwise a kickoff. I think that I think the world of Ember Moon, and they seem to really, really like her, so hopefully not.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
I think it'd be a great match, though. You got a question over there?
The Wrestle Dude at youtube.com/The Wrestle Dude with the Royal Rumble coming up next. What countdown gets you more excited, Larson? The countdown to the new year on New Year's Eve or the Royal Rumble countdown clock right before a surprise entrant? It's the Rumble, man. I am so like
I really care less about what
once you hit like 30, nobody cares about New Year's anymore. No, that just means I got to figure out my taxes now.
Yeah, Dills boy. You guys keep my sanity on the way home from work and traffic on the weekdays. Now for $5, you can tell me where Sandy and Eric Young is. I have no idea. No idea.
Oh, I know where they are. They're in the tunnel where the Usos found them.
Oh, yeah.
They're hanging out with the clubs and the colons.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. Vincent Rodriguez. We've kind of covered this ground a little bit. If it's a triple threat at Mania, who would you want to see face Asuka from the main roster? No call-ups included. Vincent here would love to see Sonya Deville get built up. I think that she's, out of everybody, her and Mandy Rose have the most potential to be built up, and I really like Sonya Deville. I love your idea about Ember Moon, or whoever's idea that was.
Yeah, someone said it here in chat.
Ember Moon.
Here, I'll get the name.
Right above
Sammy Garcia. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Alto, did you guys see me?
I didn't. No, I'm sorry. Are we going to see you tomorrow, Alto?
Yeah, I think Eddie's going to be. You're coming out for Raw tomorrow, right, Eddie?
Taco Love. With the crowd clearly not interested in the Ambrose Rollins match, what can the WWE do to add a little fire into the rivalry?
Get over with.
Come on, answer the question. Let's say they want to keep it going till the Rumble. What can they do between now and then to get it hot? To get it hot.
Violence.
There's really, it needs to be intense.
Violence, intensity, and a clear motivation from Ambrose.
Yeah.
Pi1203 rate. He just says, Asuka.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Dalton is an Asuka shill. Asks, should Asuka hold the title for an entire year? Yes. Absolutely. Well, I don't know, man. You got Becky. Unless they move Becky to Raw.
Which seems to be the case. They're going to set up any sort of Becky Charlotte Ronda thing.
Jose GGR. Who is the MVP of tonight's pay-per-view?
Probably Charlotte. I think she really held that triple threat ladder match.
She did.
Held that together.
I think it's Charlotte, man. It's Charlotte or Daniel Bryan. But, I mean, for the main event, for sure, it's Charlotte. And that was the match that had us popping the hardest. So, yeah, I'd say Charlotte.
Dills boy, don't usually do this twice, but love your show. You guys are awesome. Merry Christmas, Stephen Larson. Thank you. By the way, for no reason, Man Mountain Rock Hall of Fame. Man Mountain Rock. He was a fixture for me in Kayfabe Corner when we used to do that. Max Payne. Man Mountain Rock. Maximum Pain. Max Payne. Probably not. It's great names, though. We got a couple more here.
Oh, sorry. Jameson Copeland. Can someone tell Becky to stop calling spots so loud? Let me ask you
I don't
something.
think that's really her fault. There's a camera right there. You got to turn that mic down. Someone's got to hear that.
Yeah, but when you're in a... I honestly don't know the mechanics of that. Is that... Because some wrestlers seem more discreet than others. I don't know. I agree. I think the mic should be turned down. But then they talk a lot of trash to each other, too, and you want to hear that stuff.
I know. I feel like we're a match like this where there's a lot more potential for spots to potentially go wrong if things don't work out quite right.
Yeah.
They should be communicating a lot to maximize safety.
Yeah.
So that's cool. They should do that. It's up to production to cover that up, not the performers. SJ Anomaly. What if they call up Aleister Black after the Rumble and it's Aleister versus Daniel Bryan at Mania? Might be a reach, but there aren't any other worthy faces on SmackDown. There's Rey. Rey Mysterio's there. Rey is the only one.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Rey's hot. He's
Ryan Rugani. What a main event. Can't believe a friendo bought a ticket next to me at the event. Friendos.
I'm going to show that picture tomorrow on the show, too. I'm going to try to get some of those Slow Wolfpack shirts pictures made up. But that Ryan Rugani picture, imagine that. He's wearing the Like a Dog shirt and then just a Slow Wolfpack all over shirt sits down next to you. Man.
That's something else.
That's cool, man. Else. That's so cool. Let's open some mail.
Oh, we got a couple more super chats
Okay,
here.
go ahead.
Jonathan, see Daniel Bryan's video about changing the leather strap. Heard about it. Haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, man.
Sean Blandford, thoughts on this scenario? Vince announces a trade sending Sasha, Bayley, and Ember Moon to SmackDown for Becky and Charlotte.
That'd be cool.
I kind of feel like any movement of Becky and or Charlotte to Raw needs to coincide with the Rumble.
So I would have said that Asuka versus either Bayley or Sasha, or like a triple threat for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That could be, but they've already said, no, we want to be tag champions, so it kind of ruined that. They are the other two that could totally, not be in the kickoff show. This is from Draft House Games. Cool. I already opened it because I don't know why.
Oh, look at that. We got a ladder. Fitting for today. Who's that from?
William Jaramillo Jr.
It's a Christmas ornament. There's a ladder here.
Any scissors up there?
Well, let's fit on the tree. We'll tip it over.
I'm dreaming.
Are we going to store a Christmas tree in the office? I assume we kind of have to, huh?
Are we going to store it here?
Yeah. Oh, look at this. A chair. And a table. Look at that.
Yeah, we got tables, ladders, and chairs, right?
That's cool. Yeah, totally fitting.
It's fitting, yeah.
I should put these in order on the tree.
All right, so what do we have here? I have a letter. I'm going to read the letter first.
Yes, please.
I said I don't have to read this on the show. Well, I'll read some of it. I just want to thank you for the hours of entertainment you give us. I listen to you daily and always brings me a measure of laughter throughout the day. It's been very stressful at work, so much, in fact, that it made me rethink my career direction. But no matter what kind of day I'm going through, I can count on you two to make me smile with one of your ridiculous catchphrases. You guys really are too much. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but I've been contributing a token piece of craft work.
Look at that. Table breaks.
That's cool. It's magnetic.
Magnetic.
A token piece of craft work to the Friendoverse, the Facebook group.
Cool.
In the form of a little mini replica of the overweight title belt that has been passed around to each of the winners.
Oh, that's awesome.
I wanted to give back a little bit to the community I truly enjoy being a part of. I noticed that your Christmas tree on set is a little bare, so I'm giving you a few things as ornaments.
Awesome.
And a few other little pieces for your Undisputed Era figures. Oh, my Kyle O'Reillys are down on the ground.
Oh, we have an Adam Cole right here.
I made these especially for you guys, and I hope they, in some small way, brighten your holidays.
Thank you so much.
This brightens my holidays in a big way,
Heck
not
yes.
a small
Thank
way.
you so much.
Oh, my goodness. Look at all these titles here. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Look at these guys.
Oh, my gosh. That's amazing.
They're little title belts. Oh, I'm going to show the people this here.
Whoa. That's so cool.
Oh, man. Look at that. This one's like a little like a dog title. Like a dog.
You got Going in Raw belt.
Oh, look. It's a little Going in Raw one right there.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow. Oh, look. It's you. It's the Demon You with the like a dog shirt. Look, it's the OG logo.
That's great.
That's obscure, man. Look at that.
That's great. Thank you so much.
That's so stinking cool.
There you go, Adam Cole, Going in Raw champion.
Perfect.
These are really cool.
I know. These are awesome.
These are awesome.
Oh, look. It's like a little ornament here. Put it on there. May your something be something. Get on there.
Got it.
There you go.
May all your Christmases be white. Sammy Garcia, what if Shayna interferes to help Ronda at WrestleMania? Kind of feel like that needs to be a clean finish at Mania.
What if who interferes?
Shayna interferes to help Ronda.
Oh, I'd love to see her ringside or something, though.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of a must. These are really cool. You can do that one, too.
The Friendo Unified Championship Wrestling one here. I find the best place.
I know. I saw that. It's great. Well, these are really cool, man. Thanks so much. Anyways, we're going to get out of here. Thanks. I'm noon Pacific, 3 Eastern.
SJ Anomaly and Nikki Cross versus Asuka at Mania, you suggest.
All right, there you go. Yeah, Nikki Cross. Hey, there's a reason for Sanity to come back, so Nikki Cross can get some time on the television. Anyways, that's it for the show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, talk to you guys later. Bye.